Winter is coming, which means it's going to start getting colder and darker, two things cacti do not like. Protecting your cacti from frost, or ensuring they survive the winter and entering a proper dormancy period, is essential to avoid abnormal growth. In this video, we'll explore understanding dormancy, how to gauge your own climates, and how to best care for cactus over the winter. Cactus dormancy during winter is a natural resting phase where cacti slow down their growth and conserve energy. Most Trichocereus enter dormancy in response to cooler temperatures and lower light. In the United States, this will happen in the fall and winter time, depending on your locations. As average temperatures start to dip below about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, your cactus will start to enter dormancy, which you'll notice by observing the following in your plants. You will notice growth start to slow down in your plants. The soil will start to stay wet longer, and your cacti might start to experience some mild etiolation. This means that your cacti are entering dormancy, and you need to slow down and stop watering. Knowing your specific climate is essential for success. Get to know your grow zones and average climates. Anyone in USDA zones lower than 10A will need to consider overwintering to protect their cacti. Otherwise, you will face challenges when keeping cacti outdoors in the winter without supplemental help. We recommend monitoring the high and low temperatures in your specific growing areas as winter approaches. When the average temperature is less than 60 degrees Fahrenheit, then it's a good time to stop watering the cactus and begin overwintering. If temperatures dip below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, then the cactus must be protected from frost or brought indoors if possible. It's also important to pay attention to your microclimate, meaning your more immediate environment. In winter, the sun shifts lower in the sky, which can change the amount of light and shade in different areas of your garden. Frost tends to settle in low-lying spots, while winds often blow in consistent directions, affecting exposure and temperature. Even your home can play a role, providing warmth and insulation to plants nearby. Together, these factors create microclimates, small, unique climate zones throughout your landscape. Observing, testing, and learning from these microclimates can help you make informed decisions for your plants. It is also useful to actually measure the temperature in your own climate with a thermometer. Local forecasts are not specific to your exact location and can be off by several degrees. The key to winter care is to reduce watering as soon as it gets cold. Cacti can be dry for very long periods of time during the winter, sometimes even the whole winter. So just let nature take care of things outdoors and water them with an occasional rain. Provide frost protection if you're in a zone that dips into freezing temperatures to avoid tip damage. This can be a frost blanket, even a foam cup on top of the growing tip will keep frost from settling. More advanced forms of protection would be greenhouses. Reduce fertilizing. Growth greatly slows down during the winter, so you do not want to stress your cactus and force it to grow unless you're continuing growing indoors or in a greenhouse. And as a last quick tip, look out for and treat snails and slugs as they become more active in the damp winter. Depending on the severity of your climate, there will be different degrees of effort that you may need to put in to protect your cacti. Option 1. You experience mild winters where temperatures never really dip into freezing. Your cactus might get a little chilly and experience very mild etiolation due to lower light conditions, but this is normal and you can pretty much leave things as is for the winter. Keep an eye out for any big drops in temperature and protect from frost as needed. If indoors, ensure your cactus is getting enough light, supplement as needed. If you use grow lighting, then it will not enter dormancy. Option 2. Your winters tend to dip around 25 to 32 degrees regularly. Protect the cactus with a frost blanket to protect the tips of the cacti, and keep the cacti completely dry, allowing nature to do the watering. Ensure that you have ample draining if planted in the ground. If your cactus does get a bit of frost damage, it may not die completely. It could just get the tip damage, causing termination or scarring. Frost damage isn't the end of the world, and a cactus can recover, but why damage a plant if we can avoid it? Watch out for a hard frost though, because if the roots are wet, they are more susceptible to root rot and dying. Option 3. You live somewhere where the temperatures drop below freezing, or 32 degrees Fahrenheit, for extended periods of time. You will need to move your cacti indoors or inside a greenhouse to avoid harsh damage to your plants. You will then need to decide if you want to A. Let your cacti continue to grow under grow lights normally, or B, have them go into full dormancy. To set up your cacti for full dormancy, make sure the average temperature is below 50 degrees Fahrenheit for a week and stop watering. Bring your cactus indoors into a cold, dark space and stop watering until the spring. Bring your cactus back out during the spring when the temperatures are not freezing, but don't water it yet. Introduce more water as dormancy breaks at around 60 degrees Fahrenheit or when you see new growth. Winter may be coming, but with a little preparedness, you and your cactus will have nothing to fear. Make sure to research your local climate, observe your plants for signs of stress, and take the proper precautions depending on the severity of your colder seasons. Please reach out to us if you have any questions about San Pedro winter care, and if this video helped, please like and comment and subscribe to San Pedro Source for more information.